G'day, Big Win Don Wilson here for Top MMA News. Here with Ross, the real deal Pearson, fresh off your big win from Australia. Why don't you give us a little breakdown on that fight and how it went for you?
Breakdown really was sticking to the game plan, stick and move with Spencer. We know Spencer likes keeping the fights in close, putting you back up against the fence, taking you down from the fence, grinding you out. Tough guy, likes getting it in close and making it messy. The total game plan was stick and move, work off that jab, set your punches and kicks up together, no single shots, and just keep with that nice, sharp, snappy shots. And I never expected to finish Spencer in the first round. We know how tough Spencer is. He's been in some wars. He's a tough guy, and I give him all the credit in the world. He come in that fight way better shape than I expected. He was well up for the fight with me, and he proved it by being a very close fight.
Now, you definitely took the decision win there. Now, one thing I was wondering, you're not an older guy, you're a younger guy in the sport, but you've been in the sport a long time. Prior to the Ultimate Fighter, you had a lot of big wins in London. I believe right prior to that, you had just beat Abdul Muhammad before getting on the show. How is it for you challenging guys like Spencer, guys that are going to give you a full 15 minutes hard fight? How do you feel fighting those types of guys, at this point in your career?
It's exactly where I want to be right now in my career. I want to be pushing for guys that's going to push me. I don't get out of bed every day, go out running, go to the gym twice a day to fight bums. I want to fight the best guys out there. I want to fight guys that's going to put it back on me, like make me work for. I don't want to be handed anyone. I don't want to be handed a title shot. I want to work for it. I want to earn it. So when I do get that title, and I know that looking back on me time in the UFC and what I've come from to where I am at the top, that I've worked my ass off for it.
Well, you definitely have worked your ass off. Now, speaking of a title shot, in Australia, you got yourself a win. Another person we saw getting a win was Denny Seaver over George Satralopoulos. Denny Seaver is someone you had just recently defeated, and now Denny Seaver has kind of catapulted himself into title contention. Where do you see yourself in the UFC title ranks?
Right now, I'm not even thinking about in the title ranks. I'm looking on concentrating on getting this year out, just consistent wins. Yeah, I did beat Dennis Seaver. He's had a couple of good wins. He's boosted himself right up there. That's this sport, you have a couple of good wins and you're up there, and that's what the 2011 for me is aiming for, two couple of good wins and put my name up there where it should be. All respect to Dennis, he went back after I beat, went back to the changing rooms, went back to the gym, and he's worked his ass off to get where he is. There's no better way of doing it than what he did, That's what I did when I got beat off Cole. That's what I'm looking at now, to come back stronger. I'm more focused, more dedicated, because man, getting beat, it really hurt. It touched a spot where I've never felt like that before, Yeah.
Now, one thing that was that we were talking about before is that after that fight, it was a long, drawn-out fight, but you went out pretty much injury-free off of that win, and you want to get back in there. I know you're not a big guy for calling out people, but is there anyone out there that you would like to challenge?
Like I say, I'm fit, ready. I'm literally like 20 pounds overweight right now. I'm training in the gym every day. I'm fit and good to go, so whenever the UFC want to contact us and whoever they want to put us up with, I'm going to go. There's a couple of guys out there. I mean, George Satralopoulos would have been a great fight for me. I would have liked to fight maybe someone like Takanori Gomi, a legend of the sport, a world champion in the past, but obviously with what happened in Japan, he obviously got issues, and I would never push for that fight right now. I'm not that type of guy. So there's plenty of guys out there. I know Bart Pelazewski called us out on Twitter. I don't like guys calling us out. The guy obviously thinks he can beat us. If he wants to think he can beat us, let him think. We'll train sometime and then we'll fight, and we'll put it on.
No, that's a good contrast to matchups. What would you prefer most? I know you're a guy that likes to go out and have exciting fights. So are we looking at something like Bart Palashevsky or Takanori Gomi that would just go out, stand, and bang? Or would you prefer a stylistic matchup against someone like George Satralopoulos, where you'd be working your defensive wrestling and trying to knock him out while he's trying to twist you up?
Both of them. I think stylistically, fights for me when I've got a good game plan and I stick to a game plan, I perform better because I listen to a team and my team guides through and I perform better. But I also like guys who come in and put it on and stand and bang. So whatever the UFC see is a great fight for the fans and for my career and how far they want to push me. I'm happy to fight anyone. I don't fear anyone. I think my skills and styles, what I've got coming into fights, I'm capable of hanging with any of the lightweights that the UFC have.
Definitely. Now, before we let you go here, you just recently, you're in Australia, flying all the way up here to Canada now, here to corner Dean, returning the favor for him. For you, do you enjoy the traveling that much?
Yeah, man. Why would I not? I get to see the world, doing a job that I love, meeting great people, being around the sport. I mean, even though I'm not fighting now, I feel like I'm going to fight because one of my boys is fighting. So I'm in that fight mood. I just want to go and get the gloves on. Yeah. But I love being around the sport. If I'm not fighting, I love cornering. I love helping out. I just love being around the sport.
So the big thing is we have Dean Amosinger today against Matt McGrath. How's Dean looking? How is he preparing for this fight? How do you see it going down for him?
Dean's looking great. Unfortunately, he got beat off John Maguire in his last fight, and he said just yesterday when he's cutting weight that it's possibly the best thing that's ever happened to him. He's went back home, sat down with his family, his loved ones, and put things into perspective, and he's training harder than he's ever trained before in his life, and it just goes to show with his weight, it's just absolutely flew off, and he's weighed in perfect. So I'm excited for tomorrow. I think Dean's going to bring a knockout. I think he's going to get his knockout, what he's been looking for a long time.
Perfect. Well, once again, this has been Big Win Don Wilson, Ross the Real Deal Pearson. Thank you very much, Top MMA News fans.